Welcome to this week's episode of Campbell and Jones Meet the Monsters, the podcast we chart the cinematic legacy of the classic monsters. I'm John Campbell. With me, as always, Brendan Jones.
John, we were
Yes.
just talking about Batman.
What? That's something we never do.
I know. And you may have noticed also, since we were on that subject, that I'm wearing a green coat with question marks on it.
And
so,
riddle me this. Oh, yeah, okay, yeah.
Riddle me this, John Campbell.
Yes.
When is a sexy vampire movie not sexy?
Oh.
And I got another one. This is the follow-up.
Okay, yes.
When is a film about the undead itself completely lifeless?
I think it's when it's Zan Cassavetes' Kiss of the Damned.
I thought this would have been a trickier riddle.
No.
But no, you've totally pegged it.
Shockingly easy to solve riddle. Yes. Oh, boy. We were just saying before this, it does feel like every once in a while we have to take our medicine and do one of these on the show, right?
Because I think there are a lot of people out there that see it as a slam dunk of subject matter, and they were inspired probably by a lot of Anne Rice reading when they were teenagers.
Oh, I have background on this and where this came from and stuff like that. Yeah.
Okay. Because I looked up absolutely nothing about it, other than when I saw the name of the director or writer, I was like, "Is that?" And then I looked up just to see. Oh, yeah, actually from the great bloodline.
Cassavetes. I mean, I kind of assume, but I also checked that. I'm like, I don't think there's a ton of Cassavetes running around.
Well, plus also the pretentiousness, as if that weren't apparent, of her going by Jean.
Yeah. Was it Jean? I've been saying Zan, but Jean would make more sense.
Yeah, I think it's actually Jean, but it's Alexandra is her real name, right?
Oh, I didn't even look. Yeah, Alexandra.
Oh no, yeah,
for
she
fuck's
has pretentiously dropped it to the XAN.
All right,
yeah.
I now hate her even more.
Yeah, I know. I know.
I guess that makes sense because her siblings are Zoe and Nick, which are normal names. So yeah, I was gonna say I didn't think John Cassavetes and Jenna Rollins gave their kids weird names, but
no, she chose it. Yeah, it's Alexandra Cassavetes.
Yeah,
and she went.
By the way, interesting. I think it's interesting. Maybe it was a choice, or maybe her mom just didn't want to be in this thing. I'm just thinking about like Jenna's been in some of Nick's movies. Just like, yeah, sexy vampire movie, maybe. Yeah, you have fun with that.
Yeah, it's like, no, thank you.
Yeah.
But that's fine. God bless. What pressure might be to be born to a great director, actor, and a great actress. So
no, I mean, two icon. If you're any remote level of cinephile, at some level you have to like bow down to John Cassavetes and Jenna Rollins, right? Like it's just they're too much. Any kind of film nerd, they're too defining in this medium.
Well,
but
give me a little background because I didn't look it up. Why did this movie happen?
Okay, two things inspired this movie.
Mm-hmm.
One was Cassavetes, Alexandra Cassavetes, Jean Cassavetes, touring the house that this movie takes place in.
Okay,
that was the starting place of creepy environment. And then combined...
It is a nice house.
Yeah. And then combined with a love of the European Gothic vampire movies of the 70s.
Oh, well, that's clear.
Yeah. I mean, it's these aren't shocking, you know.
No, and when I said stuff like Anne Rice, well, even Anne Rice was
that's descendant from that. Yeah, it's all in the same soup for sure.
Jean Rollin stuff, like you know, Shiver the Vampires and all that stuff.
I mean, it's even some of the
early 70s.
It's even some of the stuff. I mean, not Hammer's a little sleazier, but certainly the Carmela sort of the sad, sexy lady vampire trope.
Yeah,
right?
Yeah. Daughters of Darkness.
Yeah.
It's all these sort of those. The reason I enjoy those, and I'm not a huge fan of the sleepy, artistic, psychedelic, Roland type artistic vampire nakedness thing.
Yeah.
But I've seen some of those, and of course I've seen Daughters of Darkness and others in this genre. When I enjoy them, it's because they are of their period. When I enjoy them, it's because it is a whole different vibe. But this is someone of the modern day or modernish
Right.
who's decided to update that feel, but but putting it in the modern day to where it feels like the most pretentious softcore porn you've ever
Yeah.
seen.
Yeah.
This is like Zalman King.
Yeah.
And even Zalman King, like Red Shoe Diaries nonsense, even that would zip along much better than
the
this.
big thing I thought in this, and of course, I'm not against a dark gothic vampire movie, but this movie is absolutely no fun at all. Like, and not just fun, entertainment, anything. It's a complete lack of compelling character, narrative, anything. It is so
The
dull.
writing is horrible.
It's really bad.
The writing is horrible.
And most of these actors I've seen in other stuff, and they're good actors, but they've clearly been directed to be as sleepy as possible.
Also, I will say one of the actresses, one of the main characters,
One
I
of our
didn't
vampire
look this
ladies,
up.
or
The sister Mimi is
Mimi.
played by Roxanne Mesquita,
Yeah.
who I know I've seen her in a couple of
Yeah.
indie European films, and she's very lovely and she's very sexy.
Well, everyone's very lovely and sexy in this non-sexy
But
movie.
I just gotta go. Did she learn her lines phonetically?
It has
Because,
that. Yeah, it has.
I
that
mean, I'm
vibe.
not saying she's an amazing actor in anything I've seen her in. She does a certain thing pretty well, which is
kind
be
of
sexy.
Kind of this, yeah. Sort of. I've seen her play parts like this, mysterious, a little dangerous.
But the words are so clumsily.
Yeah.
The way they leave her mouth is just like, wow, you could have hired an American actress and had her do some French accent, because this is awkward. This is not good, John. This movie's not good. I'm sorry.
Not. I knew nothing about. I'd never heard of this movie. Had you heard of this movie?
Can I quote this email from you? Brendan, this is it. The one we've been waiting for. This one's going to blow your mind. Vampirism on screen has never been this sexy, fascinating.
Now, we should mention, shortly after writing that email, I did check myself into rehab.
Yeah, and I'm glad. I'm glad
that was a different me when I wrote that. No, I will say the only thing I did know about this movie was, I think the best thing about the movie, which is it has a pretty good poster, and I had seen this poster about. Because it's striking.
What's funny is when I went to give it its 1.5 star on Letterboxd.
Ooh,
and
man,
me,
generous of you to give that extra half star.
I know. The 1.5 star was literally just because I like some of the people in it, and I'm like, okay, I'm gonna go ahead and.
But like I said,
this,
I've never.
I'm not gonna feel good about it.
We were talking about Milo Ventimiglia just saying before, a guy I like, and man, is this the dullest I've ever seen him in anything.
Dull is the standard operating procedure. But someone else on Letterboxd said exactly that. They're like going, but they also said excellent title.
I mean, it's a fine title.
It's basic, Kiss of the Damned.
Yeah,
but
I mean,
but they did say, and amazing poster.
The poster is great.
And the poster, like and that's all you get.
The poster looks like another thing that indicates the inspiration, right? This looks like something a 60s
it's a throwback
French
to
film.
late 60s, early 70s, psychedelic kind
This looks
of
like
watercolor.
this could have been a Polanski movie or something like that.
Yeah, exactly.
But it is
I
good.
Do like.
It's great. And like I said, I had seen this around, just scrolling through movies and stuff like that.
I had never heard of this thing.
No, I don't think I knew what the movie was. I think I just saw this poster and went, that's cool. I don't want to watch it.
The only other thing by Jean or Zan Cassavetes I'd seen, she did a very popular and well-received documentary on Z Channel.
Oh yes, I did see that. And
so as a documentarian, at the very least, I really liked that.
Yeah.
So I say you should look that up.
I might watch that again. I remember watching, because I used to just basically leave IFC on back in the day of cable and stuff like that. So I saw all of that because I also loved Ted Demme's Decade Under the Influence from that same era. That was great, all about new wave Hollywood in the 70s and stuff like that. So
Mm-hmm.
there's
It would make a fine viewing with those, or
yeah,
Penelope Spheris's, like
uh,
Rise and Fall of Western Civilization
also
stuff.
great, all that sort of stuff. In the same boat as and not just because Z Channel, but Dogtown and Z Boys. Anything that sort of captures that subculture,
Sure.
cool.
Yeah, but this is an actual narrative film, and she, as we
Mm-mm,
were saying,
mm-mm,
she
mm-mm,
did not
mm-mm.
get that gene. This is
Because
interminably directed,
yeah,
edited,
yeah.
conceived, written.
The only other thing that she's done other than this is segments in a movie of vignettes called The Seven Faces of Jane that I
Oh,
haven't seen, but I
no,
want
no,
to
no.
because it has Gillian Jacobs and Joel McHale in it.
Okay.
So it's got
Yeah,
community
that's
people in it, but it's her working with other people. Oh yeah, she also I guess wrote a segment in New York I Love You. So she's done some of that stuff, and
okay.
those are more short form things, obviously. This though, I mean, this is, and not in it's not as like terrible in its as like some of the low budget stuff, but this is unwatchable for different reasons. I do actually find this movie unwatchable.
Yeah.
It is so hard to pay attention to because it is
It
just it's so boring. My God,
and
this movie's
and and
boring.
and you could literally do its plot synopsis in like 3 sentences because so little happens.
Yeah,
It's trying to do a lot of mood, vibe. It's trying to do a
it's
lot of
and I'm
like
I'm
sexual build up and all that stuff,
I'm
and
well
none
on
of
the
it
record.
plays.
I'm well on the record as loving a vibes movie. I have no problem
Yeah.
with a movie that skates by more on vibe with loose narrative stuff. But the thing is, number one, I need to dig that vibe. And
Yeah.
a big thing that makes a vibe movie work is liking the characters. Because if you like the character, and that's actually something her dad was really good at. Her dad's movies were vibe movies. They didn't have
Yeah.
much in the way of narrative, but I
Nope.
wanted to spend time with Ben Gazzara and Jenna Rollins and Peter Falk
Sure.
and John Cassavetes because they
Yeah.
were well-observed characters.
Yeah. These aren't characters.
I think it'll be interesting in a preview of a future episode, a movie that I haven't seen in a while but remember liking more that does this vibe better, I think, is Jim Jarmusch's Only Lovers Left Alive.
Well, again, that's someone stepping outside their normal genre, but someone that is still a capable storyteller
Right.
and filmmaker. And I don't think that.
I mean, that's not fair. I know it's not fair to bring Jarmusch
I know.
into,
I know.
I mean, because it's like deep into his career when he makes that, obviously.
Right. But this is just nothing. There's
let's go through the nothing because I did take my extensive notes, but it is interesting how many of my notes are just like they walk home, they do, it's just like people mope about. There's a lot of moping about in this movie.
I so hate the dialogue in this movie.
Well, because it's
when they meet and it's their meet cute and literally it's sure is coming down out there.
Yeah.
And then they're at a restaurant, and then they're basically like, "So what do you do?" "I write." "What do you do?" "I translate poetry."
Yeah.
And then then it's the start of their very passionate.
Well, that's the thing.
relationship.
It's not even that like the individual lines are bad, but it feels like those should lead to more lines in between. It's like sure is coming down about there should have a clever response to it. It just doesn't. Oh, I write stuff that should lead to a longer. It doesn't. Like it's just crazy. Nor is it like calculatedly minimalist either, though. Like
if they're doing something where the whole point is that we're only seeing the initial parts and the things that get more in depth are implied, and really what she wants is to show us all the empty spaces in between all the fascinating dialogue.
Yeah.
I would say bad instinct, lady, because it just seems like two people who've literally said, "Do you like chicken sandwiches?" "I do." And now it's like, "I have to have you."
Well,
I have to have you.
That's one of my biggest problems with the movie is I do not understand what is motivating anyone from scene to scene, basically. I'm just I'm sorry, why is he doing this now?
Yeah.
I should understand why someone agrees to be a vampire. And I'm just
Yeah.
I get that she's super hot, but that's not enough.
And then the weird takes on what exactly it means to be in that community
Yep.
and where they stand on these rules.
Oh,
They've
that whole scene that's like, oh, make that movie. Oh, it's just one scene though?
Yeah, that was the slight like, okay, at least they're discussing the world that we're in.
But it
But
has
that
nothing to
just
do
goes
with the
away
plot of the
too.
movie. Anyway, we start with our leading character, whose name is Juna.
Paolo. Oh, Juna. Yeah, we start with Juna.
We start with
D.
Juna, and she's Juna with a D. The D is silent, much like Django.
Uh,
And she's watching an old movie, which I'm almost to the point. I'm not quite there of banning old movies in films. Like, it is such a crutch to be like, you want to show someone as romantic, they're watching an old black and white movie.
yes. I can understand it if the character is supposed to be a cinephile, but I also understand it where it's basically we can only afford to get things that are in the public domain. So
Oh yeah,
black and
because
white movie it is.
and I'm trying. Did you watch it too? Going like, okay, what is this movie?
I did. I was
Yeah.
trying to wonder. I was trying
I
to figure
didn't.
out
I
what it
didn't
was.
pick up what it was. It seemed vague enough that it could be any number of movies from like the 40s where you're like, okay, I don't immediately recognize anything here. Anyway, she's watching that, and it's cross-cutting between this.
I did see that it had Montgomery Clift in it.
Yeah, like that's it, where you're like, okay, I see these people, but like, this could be any number of things, and they don't show enough of it. But anyway, also get ready, because this movie loves to cross-cut. And oftentimes when it's cross-cutting, I don't understand what I'm supposed to think about these linked images.
Right.
Because it's showing her watching this old movie while at the same time her feet are, it's just a close-up on her feet walking through the woods.
Yeah.
And then back to the movie, and then back to...
They seem to imply. I think this was. Oh God, I'm giving our director writer too much credit.
We have to do a show. We have to do this.
Yeah, but I
Just to fill
think
time.
it's meant to be another subversion, because here is a lonely woman in an empty house, and something seems to be stalking through the woods. And then you're like, oh no, will she be okay? And then we'll also get cross-cutting where she has attacked someone in the woods and her mouth is covered in blood, and we're like, oh, she's the predator, not the prey.
This is
I think that's
this
supposed
is
to be the
also
thing.
an indication of I knew I was in trouble from the start here, because I'm like, oh, she's shooting this in this way where we don't really see the vampire attack. It's like the pursuit, the bloody mouth, some blood on a leaf. I'm like, okay, so this isn't really a horror movie then, right? We're just like, look at this, it's artsy, and it's just not. We're not doing
and it also
vampire.
could have been. It also could have been. I will say this is an indie film, even though it has some. I mean, small names, but it has names in it, and she herself is a name. But at the same time, you know, like that car crash later in the movie is you don't see a car crash.
Right.
You see a car kind of do a skid on a road, and then we hear the crash. And I'm like,
it does a
right,
slight turn.
you don't have any money. I gotcha. Okay.
Yeah, and we've seen stuff pulled off for very little money. It's possible
Sure.
to do
It's
it.
very possible.
But yeah, this doesn't have the goods anywhere else either. So anyway,
No.
after she attacks that, she's like, well, I guess I've seen enough of that movie. Time to get some more. So she goes out to a video store. Video
goes out
stores. No.
to a video store.
No,
Which immediately made me think, oh, is this a period piece? Is this set in the 90s? And then
Well,
we'll see
shoot.
Milo Ventimiglia with
2012.
a full-on smartphone.
2012, the video store, these people might go to. I'll give this movie that. If these are supposed to be
I found
hipstery.
it another pretentious choice, and
Yeah,
something
'cause
she
they're-
wanted to be in there because she's filmmaker with a capital F. So
Right,
of course,
that's what I
wherever
mean, it's-
people are in her world in the movies, there will be a video store there.
And I'm trying to. 2012 video stores weren't completely dead, but they were hemorrhaging fatally. But anyway, yeah. And so they meet in there, and they see each other, and then they don't talk. We just cut to them getting drinks.
Yep.
Because I'm like, oh, I guess that's what it's like to be a sexy person. You just see another sexy
to
person.
basically just say, sure is coming down out there is basically the
Sure
only
is
open
coming
door
down out
that
there.
it's required. Because
Sure
it's
is
raining
coming
outside
down
the video
out
store.
there. Poor Milo Ventimiglia. He's trying, man. What was it, 2012? So he's already been on Heroes and stuff at this point.
I won't say he's trying here.
I think he's doing what is being
does.
asked, which is
Yeah.
like, I mean, he's already somewhat low key, and then this asks
Yes.
like bring it down 10 notches.
Yeah, this is like we want you to be smoldery,
Yeah.
kind of, but mainly just stare intently, and
Yeah.
he does, and she
Yeah.
does too, and
Stare
she
more.
is French. She's Josephine de la Baume.
Yeah, who I did not
Uh,
recognize, but when I looked her up, I have seen her and stuff.
yeah, she actually is, I think, a musician
Yes,
primarily,
she
but she
is.
also acts. She is
She's the lead
very pretty.
singer of the band Sing Tank.
There you
I
go.
don't know them, but
Me either. But she's been in plenty of
oh
things
yeah.
acting wise.
Mhm.
But yeah, I had not clocked her until this, and then I'm
No, it's
like,
like
well,
I'm
you are
going
very
through
pretty.
going, oh, I like she's in Rush, the race car movie, and she's been in a bunch of like BBC
Yeah.
stuff, and I'm
And
going
I'm
like,
sure
but
she's very pretty in French in those as well.
yeah,
This
but
is not asking her to do much acting wise, but I get the impression that there are limitations to her acting ability. So I hope she is an
well,
awesome singer, is what I'm saying.
limitations in her acting ability in English specifically too. I don't know,
Yeah, no, there's that too.
Yeah,
Yeah,
there's
the
there's
language
a few
barrier.
things working against her here.
Yeah.
But yeah, and so yeah, they go to get drinks, and yeah, I'm in town to write a script.
Yeah,
And they're
my agent rented me a house so I wouldn't be distracted and I could work on the
yeah,
script. And then we
yeah,
also find out we don't know what movie he's making. We never do. But we do hear that his agent's like, "Hey man, really, don't be afraid to get into the action adventure
yeah.
thing, the violence." And I love the thing that this guy is probably writing a John Wick knockoff,
hmm
and they want him to go away somewhere so he won't be distracted,
Well, I also
so he can
like
write the very
it's
best action adventure thing he ever wrote.
well, and also that apparently that's not this guy's thing because they're like, oh, enough with your artsy fartsy crap.
Yeah,
And I
yeah,
think Cassavetes thinks this is like, there's my commentary. That's what
yeah,
people want. And I'm like, I
absolutely.
do. Over this, I will watch every John Wick movie. Like, just my God,
I like when the
how dare you expect something to happen in a
sophisticated
film?
queen vampire lady that they go to her big party. I like where she goes, "I've seen some of your films. You're really a talented writer." And I do like him sitting there going like, "Oh, no, no, no." He's kind of like, "No, you're really blowing smoke because I'm not." And I'm like, "At least that's honest."
Yeah.
Because again, if Milo is a stand-in for our writer director here,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah, you should be
No.
justifiably humble.
Yeah, but I hate when people like this are like, yeah, because fuck Hollywood's like, yeah, but you're not doing a better alternative to
Nope.
generic stuff. So she also does mention that she goes, yeah, I have a skin condition. I can't be in the sun. And I'm like,
Yeah, I
oh,
mean,
because she's a
they literally
vampire.
go to like a TGI Fridays or
Yep.
something, and they're sitting there, and it is just he looks like he is already desperately in
Yep.
love with this woman,
Well, and
and yet the conversation is just nonsense. What do you do? I write screenplays, and what do you do? Well, I translate poetry, and also I have a skin condition. I can't go out in the
at
sun.
first, at the very, I did think, I'm like, and I was giving the movie too much credit up front. I'm like, oh, she's hypnotizing him. This is part of the
Mhm.
vampire. No, I mean, maybe
No.
that's the case. The movie's vague enough. Maybe. I don't know. But,
Well,
but I,
she
that's
tells
not
her
expressly.
sister later, like, "No, I knew he had to be the one."
Yeah, yeah, because we're in love. Oh, God, all that shit is the worst. But yeah, so, they go back to her place, and he's like, wow, amazing place. And yeah, it's kind of a cool house. They do the shot looking down the stairwell as he looks up, which I'm sure when she was taking the tour, Cassavetes was like, ooh, there's a shot.
Yeah.
The movie's not horribly filmed, but it doesn't, I don't know. I mean, the script is so bad.
Uh,
It's not particularly well
yeah.
filmed either, but I don't know.
I struggle to. I mean, it is, as we like to say, borderline competent.
Yeah, I can't. That's the thing is, I mean, I guess nothing stands out as being particularly bad about the film. It's just the script and the acting is so tough to watch that I
And the
kind of,
editing.
yeah. Oh, well, because the pacing is atrocious.
Oof.
The pacing is so bad. But anyway, they go into the kitchen. They start making out. Things are heating up, and then she's like, "No, no, we can't. We have to stop this. You have to go and never speak to me ever again."
Yeah.
And he's like, what?
If I were to ask you, John,
Yeah.
where exactly did you sign off, or just the movie lost you and you could never get you back? At what point of it was it for
That's a
you?
good.
Because I know exactly where it is for me.
I think it's the next time when they've got her chained up.
That's an excellent time.
Yeah.
A little bit earlier.
A little bit
As in
earlier.
11 minutes
I
and I
think.
believe 9 seconds.
Okay, you have the exact. I just say that
And
because I think when you talk, that's when I was like completely done. I knew we were in. This was never coming back around. Is why.
for me, it was before that because he's like, I will leave you. Sure, you want me to leave? Fine, I'll leave you,
Yeah.
but I'm calling you tomorrow. And she's like, great. And
No,
then
no. She
at
says,
the,
"Don't, please, don't call me."
oh yeah, she is. Please
Yeah.
don't. But at the door,
Mm-hmm.
with the chain on the door,
Mm-hmm.
it's the hot and heavy kissing.
Oh, that's the second time he shows up.
Okay, but
That's when he comes back after he, because just to jump through
no,
this.
the next time he says, I'm coming over and you better leave your door open. Like literally, he kind of says, "I'm
Okay,
coming
let me.
over."
I have the notes that I was writing as the movie goes along. So because this movie doesn't have much plot, so I'll just go through what we have here. She tells him to go. He goes. Then he gets a voicemail. So he's working the next day, and he gets a voicemail from presumably like his ex-girlfriend.
Oh, right.
And then he calls the vampire Juna's house. And the maid, and we'll get into the maid as a whole
the
thing.
maid.
The
Yeah.
maid picks up and goes, "Oh, she's not available right now, but I'll let her know you called." Then I just like, he goes to the same bar they were at the night before, thinking that she'd be there. And instead there's a very attractive bartender who he's not interested in, who's like,
Yep.
"Hey, do you like whiskey and stuff like that?" And clearly wants to talk to him.
Yep.
Then he goes over to the house, and that's where they make
Okay.
out through the door.
All right, that is at the 11-minute mark because I did.
Okay,
check
it
that.
could still be. I don't know.
They make out through a chain door.
Because he's like, and this is where once again you had a couple drinks with a girl. You went back to her place. It started to get physical. She didn't like that. You left. For him to then the next time just go to her place and be like, "Whatever your problems are, we can deal with it."
Yeah,
and then they start making out through the door until, of course, she bites
making
him.
out through the door.
Yeah.
It is so awkwardly staged, gross, stupid, and it goes on for so long. There are shots from beneath while they're lapping at each other through the door. Then there's shots from above where their heads are slamming in there trying to get at each. And it was so stupid looking that I both laughed and was like, "No, man, done."
No,
and
I
that's
agree.
Where the movie lost me.
That is
right
pretty.
there.
That is pretty dumb, and I think that's valid. I think
Couldn't handle it.
The chained up sex scene is where I said that was my official, like, you can't come back from this.
Well, that's on the next one where it's like,
the thing I was going to say
I'm
about
coming over.
I think
leave your door open.
I think both of those, the chained up and this, are things that she thought were like, "That's cool. I've never seen that."
Oh, I know.
And you're just
that's
like,
why they're here.
But then you're like, "Oh yeah, no, you've never seen that because they look stupid."
they look stupid.
Yeah.
You can't sell this.
Yeah.
And they don't.
Because
It's terrible.
In between that, though, he gets a call, and this is what you were talking about, where it's his agent, who I did recognize the voice immediately.
Yeah.
And I will say, he's totally wasted in this movie, but he is the only person with any energy or life to him at all, because he's just Rappaporting all over this thing.
He's just doing him.
Yeah.
But that means you're going to get a character. There's actual character.
Right?
there.
Yeah. He has a vibe. Because I love Rappaport. He's always great, and he
He's
always
like,
does
hey,
this.
I'm not hearing from you. I keep leaving messages. You're not getting back to me. Hey,
And he's like, "Don't be afraid to explore the violence."
yeah, don't be
yeah.
afraid. And that's also commentary.
Yeah, and then he's like, "Hold on, I have another call from Spike Lee. I may not be in this movie." No.
Yeah. I'm gonna do something crazy with blackface. Gotta go. Bye.
Yeah, bye. Yeah. No, clearly I also like where it's like you talk about there aren't really names in this. I think he is probably the biggest name in it, and it shows that he's in the movie for like 2 seconds.
Yeah.
He worked a day on this thing and 1 day in a voiceover booth.
Yeah,
for this
yeah, and
phone
out
call.
of respect to your father. It's
Yeah.
out of respect to your father.
Oh yeah, I heard Cassavetes, and then I didn't read it, so that's my bad.
Yeah, I wasn't sure which one of them, but
Yeah.
whatever.
Yeah, sure, man. So let's see. Yeah. Oh, and this is where he's on the phone, and he's on the phone in a grocery store with his agent, and he
Yes.
thinks he sees her.
He does.
Yeah. What?
He sees her out,
What?
and it's kind of daylight, so it's apparent that he's like, wait a minute, did she fucking lie to me? Because she's outside, and she sees him too, and it's like, gotta get out of here. I gotta go.
And this is where they go then to, he goes back to her house. And she says, God damn it. I mean, once again, this might be the worst dialogue to me. And this is a movie with a lot of bad dialogue. But when she's just like, feel my heartbeat. See, it's not there. And I need blood to survive. And he's just like, are you telling me you're a vampire?
Yeah.
And his
She
response...
goes, what does that mean? What does that mean to you? And he's like, you telling me you're a vampire?
My favorite response, though, I'm just trying to once again because this movie's trying to be kind of grounded about vampires to a certain extent, right?
Yeah.
I mean, to a certain extent, but I'm saying, so I'm trying to put myself in, if a woman told me, feel my pulse, it's not there, I have to drink blood, I'm a vampire. My response would not be, which is to stand up and go, hey, vampires aren't real. I would be like, this woman needs help, and but just the idea of like, whoa, hold on. I know you're telling me you're a vampire.
He has already felt that she has no pulse,
right?
So I would kind of have to go.
But I just like the idea of like, whether or not you think that, the idea about like, yeah, but have you thought about this? Just one thing: vampires aren't real. Did you ever think about that?
Yeah.
So that's my counter argument to you. So dumb.
Yep.
And it makes him seem like a complete moron.
But then she's like, okay, well, I can prove it to you another way.
And this is where they go.
Yeah, she has him chain her to the bed, and they at least have him have dialogue where he goes, I don't feel comfortable doing this.
Yeah.
And she's like, tough. So chains him to...
Look, I've done some kinky shit in the past, but this is,
yeah,
suddenly we are in a 50
Shades
say, movie.
She must have resigned herself to that they were going to get together, even with the vampirism thing, because no one's wearing that kind of lingerie just like in their house.
No, that is
this is Victoria's Secret,
very expensive, high end stuff,
and just the sexy stuff you would not be wearing just day to day. But anyway, so he chains
I guess
her
unless you're a sexy vampire
to the bed in this lingerie.
Yeah,
and the whole thing is that I guess as night comes on, and she's like, stay away and don't put your hand anywhere near my face.
Yeah.
She's like, oh, here it comes. And meanwhile, he's feeling her up this whole time.
Oh, yeah.
He's kind of like, oh, okay. And then she's like, nope, you want to back away because here it comes. Oh, my teeth. Look at my teeth. Oh, I've got fangs.
And she's got contact lenses in that give her vampire eyes.
And she's writhing around. She's writhing, and this is supposed to be sexy. And then
just weird. It's just awkward, is what it comes off as.
And he starts to unlock her arm, and she goes, "No!" And he's like, "Fine." And then he unlocks her ankles instead, so now her legs are free.
I didn't understand his impulse to like, oh, now she's turning into a vampire. I'll unlock this. I'm like, what are you doing? Now's the time to keep her firmly chained up.
Complete and total. It's like there's proof she is a vampire. She grew fangs in front of me. She's got different eyes.
And my impulse is,
I'm going.
Let me unlock her.
Make love to her.
Hey, what are you, fucking idiot? I guess he is, because they do make love, and she bites him mid sex, and it's pretty graphic sex,
Yeah, I mean,
they're
it's definitely filming to be that. Yes.
Yeah. But once again, it's not sexy. It's doing that thing when a movie's not sexy, and all I'm thinking about is, oh, these actors are on the set.
Yeah.
And that's his ass, and I just think,
also I was thinking about probably things in their contracts. I mean, this sounds creepy, but I did notice, like, okay, we're only seeing like her butt.
Yep.
But she keeps her bra on the entire time, and I'm sitting going, she requested that.
No, it's all
she requested that.
I had the same thought, because it is well, because we know that's a thing. Like, we know that is any nudity you see in a movie, generally, especially in anything like Made in America, has been greatly settled. Discussed. Like, it's literally we've both seen the contract where it's like, you can show the left breast but not the right. Down to I mean, it's crazy. I mean, it's good.
But they have Cinemax level sex.
Yeah.
And when they wake up, or he wakes up, Yeah, he goes in the bathroom. He's got big old nasty. In this world, vampires leave big marks.
Well, we'll literally see somebody's throat torn out later in the movie.
Well, yeah, but that's Mimi, and
She's
she's a
fucking
wild
crazy.
child. Yeah, she's a crazy one.
Yeah, there's
But,
something wrong with her.
But basically, I guess it only takes one bite too, because
Yeah, we're
essentially
playing
she
those
comes up behind
rules.
him. It's like, how do you feel? And she starts saying, "This is what's going to happen. You're going to
Oh,
change. You're going to feel
it
the
is
hunger."
so
And
quick. And she's like, I will take you around. I'll show you all the rules. It's just like, once again, different than Twilight, but a little bit in the Twilight things where I was just like, dude, do you know what you've signed up for? You are now an immortal monster. You went on 2 kind of dates with this woman, and you're just like, yeah, I'm in forever. Literally forever.
Yep.
What are you doing, man? And he's such an undefined character that I don't know.
And yeah, I will say he's so undefined that we are never sure if this is something that actually bothers him or he's excited by. Like, oh, I'm now a vampire. This is cool.
doesn't seem to
It only
bother
matters
him.
that he's with her. That's the only thing
Yeah.
that seems like. Yeah, whatever. I'm undead and drink blood. Doesn't matter. I'm
And the
with you.
movie kind of never has him deviate from that. Really? Like, he never really questions it. He just, from here on out, is a vampire, and it's as if he's always been a vampire.
Yep, and he
Great
is
stuff.
tempted to the dark side of vampirism by the sister.
Yeah.
But generally speaking, it seems at the end that he's like, no, you know what? I don't need to be a hunter, as long as I'm with you.
I dabbled in that, didn't care for it. Yeah, back to, he learned his lesson, I guess.
Yeah, because he was a newbie. He was excited.
My God. Anyway, but she starts talking about, okay, we're going to get into this stuff because this is where it's just like, all right, now that you're a vampire, you got to understand all this shit, okay? Here's the thing.
Yeah.
We are immortal. We'll never age or get sick, and if we get hurt, we'll heal from it. However, we can still die if we are decapitated or in the sun. Got it. Classic.
Yep.
No stake to the heart talk, though.
Or burned.
Yeah, no fire. Yeah, it's just sunlight and decapitation, which I think is
No, she says they can burn.
But I thought she was saying they can burn in the sun.
I think no.
Maybe it was fire. Anyway,
itself.
it's another one. We can't do a single vampire movie that doesn't have a scene where they go like, okay, here's what's up. Every one of these movies has to have a scene where they go, here's our vampire rules. And she talks about, she goes, we all sort of know it. She goes, like, she's just like, it's a small community. It's just, there's not many of us. We all kind of know each other. In fact, this house is actually owned by, I stay here, but it's owned by this other, like, kind of, she never says, but basically like elder vampire, right?
One thing I love about this whole idea is they never really tell us where this is taking place. Now, I think I did see something on IMDb about it all being shot in New Hampshire or something.
It is, it's I believe
and
Connecticut.
It feels very much like this. And
shot,
this is not
shot
a
in
dig. We all grow up the way we grow up.
Yeah.
But this feels like a movie written by a child of privilege. Similar to anything that Sofia Coppola has done, even though I like her stuff a lot, her worldview and mine will never connect because she grew up in all this very rich.
The thing is, she makes
sheltered
movies that are actually about being isolated by privilege.
There are people with emotions, and they're humans, even if they grow up in a situation.
That's the thing, but it's like, she's actually like, the scripts are designed to talk about privilege and
she does address it.
Aesthetics, right? Like people who live in worlds of that sort of stuff. This movie has nothing to say.
In this world, this feels like one of those resort communities. This feels like a Hamptons type thing. Everyone, when they meet up, all the vampire locals, it just feels like they're all just rich douchebags. And there's not a single one and they have different opinions when they talk about, we should be able to do this and that because we are
portraying vampires as rich, out of touch douchebags is valid, and we've seen it done before. But there's nothing beyond that in this.
That's right.
I have no idea how I'm supposed to feel towards these vampires.
This is a little bit, like again, in an indie vampire world, this feels a little bit like what The Addiction tried to do.
Yeah.
To some degree.
And I think The Addiction is more successful. I think if you go back, you'll find I didn't love that movie either, but I think I at least understood what that movie was trying to get at.
Yes.
this movie just there's nothing here. There is this is the kind of thing where this does look like somebody who would watch a Sofia Coppola movie, and I feel like I see this all the time where people watch. I used to talk about this with so many comedies post Judd Apatow's burst on the scene would try to do, but they only looked at the surface. It's like, yeah, but you understand there's this is trying to look like a Sofia Coppola movie. It's like, you understand her movies are about things, and even though they're kind of like austere and vague in places, there's a point to them. This movie is just, it's all of the aesthetics of that with none of the depth.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. The big thing she says here, though, or not the big thing, but I get, because there is no big thing in this movie. But she talks about, she goes, and this maid that's here, she has a rare blood disorder, so that's why we're never tempted to eat her. And I just love another horrible line that poor Vendemiglio goes, oh yeah, I was wondering about that. Okay, great, that was answered. And I just wanted to pull out a notebook and cross out. I am the
audience, and I wanted to know. Oh,
I had wondered that, actually, yeah.
The housekeeper has a blood disorder which vampires are not tempted to drink from.
Yep.
And it turns out that also her mother had the condition before.
There's a lot. They have a line of Renfields, basically, right? Like, sort of
and
thing,
it's like, and so she's very precious to us. We never hurt her.
We never hurt her. Never. And in turn, she's very protective of us, which of course we'll see at the end of the movie, where the supposedly badass moment, I guess, from the maid. Anyway, my God. Anyway, and so she takes him outside. And he sees a deer, and his eyes go vampire, and she's like, "Whoa, whoa, whoa, whoa! Let's not go crazy. You got to learn to control that bloodlust, buddy."
Yeah, it's like, no, that's not how it works. We don't just run after it, especially if it's just right there out in the open. Okay?
Yo, that's a big thing that we'll find out. Particularly, will be driven home later. Like, don't bring that shit home.
Yeah.
Because
you don't poop where you eat.
Yeah.
Or you don't eat where you poop.
I guess. Yeah, it's the reverse in this situation. But even as convenient as that is, because the toilet's right there, so I don't know why you wouldn't. But
cut to John with a bowl of pasta as he's sitting on the toilet.
Hey man,
don't cut to that.
Cut out the middleman. I say, if I just stay right here, I only have to go one place. It's great.
There you go.
Yeah, it's perfect. There's nothing sad about that. But this, once again, we're cross-cutting between, we don't yet know who Mimi is, but we are seeing this dark-haired vampire with a human victim in a hotel room or something. It's vague, but there's a guy lying with his throat torn open and bleeding out, and then meanwhile, they're eating this deer. And do you get it? They're both predators, but different things.
Can I just say also, if you want to zoom in on a gaping throat wound from a vampire victim, maybe don't unless it's a dummy. Because it's close in on the neck wound.
You noticed this too? Yes.
I'm like, that's a living person. Okay.
Yeah, and I did think, I'm like, I think he is supposed to be dead. I don't think he's supposed to be dying.
I think he's supposed to be dead. And then there's no one's going to notice the throbbing in the vein.
Instantly. We both did.
Yeah, I did.
It was very easy to see. It was painfully obvious.
I will say this, too. I have never, obviously, seen this. I've never seen this before. Mm-hmm. And I started thinking, unfortunately, again, they're going to do something clever here. This is going to be kind of a fight club, and Mimi is not really going to be your sister. It's going to be your other self.
I thought there was a distinct point, and I can't remember where in the movie, where I was like, okay, here it comes. They're about to reveal that. I really had that vibe.
Because Juna is shown to be, she is a conscientious vampire who does not want to kill humans, and it's kind of a moral thing with her. So therefore, she is a goody two-shoes vampire.
Right.
And there's the evil...
She's sort of a Cullen type, if you will. Vegetarian.
So I thought it was going to do a thing of like, she can't deny that side of her, so it's manifests as a sister. No, that's too clever for this movie. Mimi is just a bad sister.
Okay. I'll tell you what it is. It was the shower sex scene. Because I thought having basically no like second thought about having sex with Mimi in the shower. I thought it was going to be when they finished having sex, it would be that she would get up and it would be her. And I thought there it was. No, it's just stupid and makes no sense. Great.
And it didn't physically happen, because she says as she leaves, if you hadn't been a little bit into me, I wouldn't have been able to make this work. So I think it was a mental sex thing.
And he felt the need still to confess that.
Yeah.
I guess that's vampire cheating. And these are these are apparently very monogamous vampires, which is not normally the case in a lot of vampire stuff we watch.
Yeah,
they're pretty down for whatever.
Say, oh, I'm surprised you're with another guy. When was that last dude? How many years ago was that? 17 years ago? Did you burn him? She said.
Yeah.
Oh, Jesus.
And she's like, well, I didn't love him like I love Milo Ventimiglia. I'm like, based on what? What do you love about Milo Ventimiglia? Other than you two are hot and clearly, I guess, I'm being told are having great sex.
Yeah.
I'm not enjoying it, but apparently you are.
Apparently you are, and God bless.
Yeah, that's good for them. I'm glad more sexy people are getting together. So Mimi shows up at the house, and she's like, what's up, sis? I'm back in town. I just got to stay here because she's like, I thought you were in Amsterdam, which I guess is supposed to be kind of code for she's a party girl because, Amsterdam.
Yeah, exactly.
Right? She got thrown out of Amsterdam, and she's on her way to rehab in Arizona?
I guess.
That's a weird
vampire
thing.
rehab.
Yeah.
But yeah, it is she broke the rules or the code of the sophisticated vampires because she did tear out the throat of the guy in the hotel room, I guess, in Amsterdam.
They also have a line later that says she's been leaving them to resurrect. So is the idea that she's making vampires and they don't like that? It's only in a line. You never get that feeling. That's
true.
Happening.
You never see any of them rise.
No. And also, didn't Juna just fucking do that with this guy? Why aren't they mad at her?
Because they're madly in love and together forever.
Yeah, there's just the once again, there's a one-off line from Xenia where she's just like, well, I turned this guy, and she goes like, yeah, but I trust you. I know you're a reasonable person, unlike your fuck up of a sister.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No one likes Mimi.
No one likes Mimi, but in classic, because Xenia isn't literally. Are they actually sisters, or are they metaphorically vampire sisters? Because
no, I think Mimi and Juna are
actual blood
actual
sisters. But Xenia sort of ends up being their mother from a structural standpoint. Because
she's the queen bee.
She's the queen bee, and she's always the one who kind of babies Mimi every time. She's just like, well, I know she has her troubles. You don't fully know what she's done, so I can't do anything about that. Right. It's just, and meanwhile, Ventimiglia has just moved into this place, and I do like that. I'm like that she goes like, and here's an office for you to write in. I'm like, oh, he's still gonna try to make it as a screenwriter. He's gonna be a vampire screenwriter. Okay.
Can I just say yet again, one of the things that always drives me insane, and we're not even to that scene yet.
Yeah.
People who make movies know what movies look like, as in like a script.
Yeah.
And I understand that he doesn't give a completed script to his manager. But conservatively, it's maybe 10 pages.
He gives him new pages.
New pages, yeah. But there's like 10 pages, and he loses his mind. Like, this is amazing stuff.
It's the best stuff you've ever written, man.
And I'm like going, 10 pages is jack shit all, man. And I'm sorry.
When he's talking about
people say, I finished a script, and they put something that looks like a packet of like 25 pages down. And I'm like, I know how thick scripts are.
Well,
stop fucking around.
And you talk about people who make movies know what movies. How about somebody literally born and spent a lifetime on movie sets around a very famous writer-director, John Cassavetes. Yeah. It's very... But also I like when he talks about like, these action sequences on like 10 pages. That probably is one action sequence. What do you mean plural sequences? If he had said...
You really got it. It's really great.
I'll tell you what. They would have solved a little bit if he had just said treatment or outline, and I would have been like,
sure.
Okay.
Or, again, how about just putting a few more blank pages, because we don't see anything on them anyway.
They didn't have the money.
In the stack.
I will say, I am shocked, and I'm not giving the movie credit for this. I'm just shocked he's not writing a movie about vampires. I really thought that was going to be what it ended up being.
Sure, exactly.
Yeah, but no. I'm just saying this movie's so so dumb and obvious about so many things. Why not?
Yes.
But anyway, yeah, and let's get right to that where he's just like, yeah, that's my sister, and then Ventimiglia is just like, you two don't get along? Yeah, no shit.
Yeah.
She's like, no, I don't like her.
He's the worst.
Yeah. So yeah. And then they hang out at dinner. They all have dinner together, and Venimiglia's like, I mean, I almost would have liked this movie that is sort of a John Cassavetes thing, but it's just your vampire sister has come to stay, and she's got problems with and you're the now guy meeting her, because he's just like, I don't know, she didn't seem that bad. It's like, oh, you don't know her.
Yeah.
It's just like, oh, there's like a couple beginnings of potentially interesting dynamics, but they don't do anything with them.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and so yeah, this is where they also talk about, well, you didn't turn that other guy that you love. I didn't love him like I love Milo Ventimiglia.
We were meant to be together. It was always going to happen.
The second I met him, I knew
Milo.
it. I knew it. Why? The movie never
Because
comes, yeah.
movie.
Yeah. But of course, she's got to call Xenia, who is a acclaimed actress, our elder vampire.
Again, let's take this as, somewhat traditional vampire.
Mm-hmm.
If she is an actress who apparently, has been known for a long time, she doesn't age.
Well,
has she changed her name and been actress somewhere else before?
Pull a Kingo from Eternals that he just keeps playing the grandfather.
Yes,
yeah.
Exactly.
Great. Here's the thing. I don't know how old this vampire is supposed to be. I don't know. When they say she's been acting for a long time, I don't know what that means. The movie doesn't care.
No. She's
Yeah.
just supposed to be, as most of these vampires are. I was really happy that when they have the party scene and they're introduced, almost all of them foreign, British,
Yep.
or some sort of variety, and they all speak like, again, rich douchebags. And there's like an American. I was like, oh, thank God.
Yeah.
It was like, hey, listen, you're new, right? It's gonna be a lot to get used to. You're gonna be thrown by this or that, and da da da.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, thank God, because it just seemed like wherever they are, if it's the Hamptons, there are some Americans in America. Okay,
Nope.
a few.
I don't know any.
Okay, you're right. That's true.
No, and I get that it's supposed to be like, for there to be long history of vampires, it makes sense that they would have mostly started in Europe and stuff like that.
Sure.
So there would be a lot around. But I will just say that scene, let's see. Where do I'm just trying to go through. Oh,
Isn't that the dinner parties when they meet her?
Yes, that is the dinner party when they meet her. But in before we see Mimi kill a guy, as we talked about, which is another one of those cross-cutting things where she meets a guy in a club, they go outside, they're making out in an alley, which is then cutting between Milo Ventimiglia and Juna.
Yeah, having couple lovemaking, and it cuts back to savage lovemaking in an alleyway between Mimi and a stranger, who she then rips his throat out and then just drops
gets
him to the
gets
ground.
a bite, and just you see the skin pull and I mean, it's okay.
Yeah, and she also just lets the blood just pour out of her mouth. I'm sitting there going, sloppy eaters, sloppy vampire eaters, man. That's like,
boy, that always
five
gets
French
you.
fries in your mouth and only managing to eat
That
one,
always gets you. I don't
let the others
inherently
fall
have a
out.
problem with that. I don't like anything about what's going on. So
I
I'll
don't
go
like
with you on
food
that.
wasting.
I just
don't
that's
like food
there's so much blood on the ground now. Come
It
on,
really
you guys.
is.
There are starving vampires in Africa, folks. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
Jesus. So yeah, that happens. I don't know. Anyway, they go to this party. Let's go to the party.
Let's go to the party.
Now, all these vampires are sitting around, and there's this long thing about like, hey man, we need rights. Like, we need like medical care.
Oh.
And I'm just like, what is this movie that's just started? All of a sudden we're in like True Blood, which is more about the like vampires are part of society and do they have civil rights? But
this becomes that whole conversation, and the thing is that some want a return to more brutal days, and they're like going, we are the main predators of the world, and the world is ours because we are the most mighty, and we should make them bow before us. And the others are going, no, the way it should be is they deserve to live, so do we. We can do what we've always done and just be among them, but apart, and all that kind of stuff.
Everybody just be cool, man. But here's the thing I think that's so interesting about, and because the way she talks about like him writing an action movie and stuff, I'm sure she would write this off. But legitimately, Blade does this better, actually explores this, and I'm sure she'd just be like, that stupid martial arts fan. But like, seriously, this is what you've almost stumbled into a story, Jean Cassavetes, but you've just decided to immediately steer out, because I'm just going like, pretty late in the movie to start talking about a vampire civil rights movement, and and then for it just to be, and I did my favorite piece of acting from Ventimiglia in this movie is when they're doing this circle around this like incredibly intellectual talk, and he looks like he's like, I don't know what anyone is talking about. Yeah. You're the guy you're the boyfriend out of his depth at the party, being like, just don't ask me any questions. I'm like, that's the best piece of acting he does in this movie. That I related to for 1 second, this character. Like,
but I also,
boy.
That seems to, there's nothing these people are discussing that a person wouldn't have a take on.
Well,
so nothing is beyond him at this point, but that's the way they do play him.
Yeah.
Like, wow,
he is kind
I'll be in the back eating hors d'oeuvres.
I mean, I guess maybe one could say it's like, hey, that's the feminist reversal take, but he is played as dumb eye candy in this movie.
Yeah.
Like, he's always just like, hey, I don't know, I'm just like you want me to take my shirt off in this scene? Hey, man. I got 4 more years till I really take off in This Is Us. So, I don't know.
I'm just happy for the job.
Yeah. Hey, man. Gilmore Girls. I'm between Heroes and This Is Us. So, what do you want?
You
from
got
me?
me.
Yeah. Ventimiglia is here. Is this the first time we've talked about him? I can't remember. Was he in something else?
I don't think he's been in anything that
Yeah. I feel like he has, but that may be another TV guy. I don't know. Anyway.
Yeah, I don't know.
He's an actor I do like. He's got nothing to do here.
Yeah.
And nor does anyone.
No, the thing is that, again, the writing...
It's not like any one person is particularly bad in this movie. Oh, we did talk about he was in Curse, the Wes Craven werewolf movie.
Holy crap. I don't even remember it.
Yeah, with Joshua Jackson, Christina Ricci.
Oh, yes.
He's in there.
Okay. Well, it's not good.
You weren't a fan. I think Elliot and I liked it a little bit, but
okay.
It's better than this though, because at least it's fun.
Sure. This has no vampire thrills, by the way, folks. If that's what you're looking for.
No, other than a couple of, but they're not like, even her tearing the throat out is so flatly, boringly shown that you're just like, okay.
It all feels, absolutely definitively like an indie film, which is not necessarily a bad thing, but
you need, then it's the thing, it's sort of a balance thing, right? If you can't do this, then you need to do this. If you don't have the money for effects, then your script better be really good,
That's right. Yeah, you got to balance it out somewhere.
Yeah.
And this has nothing to it has a famous name behind it, and it has a couple of decent actors in it, but nothing that actually sells a movie.
Oh, did you love the pseudo-intellectual thing about, as far as the world is concerned, we're monsters. Well, what even is a monster?
Yeah, that was great. That was really good.
I've never heard dialogue like that before.
I've never really thought about it.
What even defines a monster? They call us monsters. Are they not monsters?
Is the one most offended by that. She goes, I will not ever hear us described as monsters.
It's just like they've spent generations murdering and raping, and just like, yeah, I get it. Is man the real monster? Wow, bold writing. And that's all right. You don't have, but it's just like, but it doesn't, it's this lazy. You could write that scene, even though we've heard that subject matter, in a way that's compelling and interesting. And also, once again, no offense to this actress playing Xenia. She's playing this as sincerely as possible. It's just, bleh.
Yeah.
Anna Muglius. Or Muglilis? Muglilis. Mugli. I don't know. I don't know her.
Muglalis.
Yeah. Once again,
The name is familiar,
mostly
and I
in
know that,
foreign, mostly in like French movies.
of course.
Because
I'm scrolling.
because I think Jean Cassavetes might only watch French films. Is what this movie has taught me.
Yeah, and she gets those from her local video store.
She still does. I mean, she probably bought the video store.
Oh, I did see Anna, and she plays Anna. That's from 2015.
That you
No?
probably saw her in that then.
Yeah, yeah.
I saw something else called Anna. I don't think it was this though.
No, different Anna.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
and well, I never saw it, but she played Coco Chanel in that Stravinsky and Chanel movie.
I didn't catch
So
that
I mean,
either, believe it or not.
she's a name.
Oh,
and a
she
very
works.
beautiful
She consistently
European lady.
works, but once again, I think like she's hamstringing her, self with this is already not a great script. Let me hire mostly actors who English is not their first
Yes.
language.
And
I've
that
never
brings
really
Stilted
directed
to a whole new level.
Also, like I'm sort of making like my first feature narrative movie, so
Mm-hmm.
I'm a little new to directing. Let me really put as many things against me as possible. Is what I find
Yes.
fascinating about that.
Success.
Yay! So they come home, the Milo Ventimiglia, and I will not call him Paulo. I don't care. He is Milo Ventimiglia.
Paolo.
Yeah.
He's Paolo.
Paulo, and which is also I think is very interesting because he's very American in this, of course. And his name could be Paulo, but once again, everything just has. This movie should just be set in Europe.
This reminds me, and it's nowhere near as successful, but this reminds me of which of the Coppolas did CQ?
Oh, that was Roman.
Roman, right? Okay. This reminds me of yet another director's child, who fell in love with an entire genre, and is like because it seems like if you are a fabulous artistic director's kid, you only watch the best cinema.
Well, I mean, it makes sense. You probably grew up being taken to those movies, right? Like,
but CQ obviously was the big love letter to the pop art spy movies out of Europe in the 60s, and I think it's a much more successul, definitely more entertaining.
Roman Coppola is also fun. Like he co-writes a lot of stuff with Wes Anderson. He has a sense of humor. It's not as overtly pretentious. It is sort of like, it's kitschy, and I know that.
Yeah.
This movie is so deadly fucking serious.
Yep.
And not that I'm saying this movie needs like a lot of laughs, but it's just like, geez, how about a lightness of touch anywhere?
Well, again, like I was saying at the top, this movie, I don't think that vampires have to be portrayed as being all glum and, cold. But this one, there's not a single human character in it. Everyone is flatly delivered. When that's bad, because you want to possibly... here's the thing. You could do a movie, this would be refreshing, where the vampire is actually the lively, full of life one.
Yeah.
And the human is the one that's really dreary and has never really lived. That would be a fun twist. But this one has nothing if everyone's on the same level.
That's the thing about
thin level.
When he becomes a vampire, he's the exact same guy.
I know. That's the thing. Nothing changed.
He just
except for he's kind of like, we can feed from animals in the woods. Great.
Yeah. I mean, I guess he's having more sex too. They're always because that leads me back to this because when they come home, Mimi's got a couple, a male female couple with her, and it's about to get hot. And Juna flips the fuck out about this.
Oh man, this scene is so stupid. Okay,
I gotta say, actually, I take back my thing about these two. I thought were objectively terrible.
Oh yeah,
they're actually bad actors.
Yeah, but I mean, they're not important. But
no,
why
but it's
do
just
we
like
spend any time with them? Juna comes in and is like, "You get out of here. She has a medical condition.
Yeah,
you should get yourself checked out." And so they're like, "Oh, okay," and all right. You got busted. It's not your house. You run. And then Juna does a very nice thing for these people and just says, look, call a cab, wait for it. I'll pay your way home, because they're an hour and a half outside the city. That much I remember a piece of dialogue.
Yeah.
And so,
which once again,
she's
what
like
city,
I don't
where?
want you here.
Yeah.
But I'll make sure you're taken care of. What
Yeah.
makes no sense then
Yeah.
Because then Juna's gonna bitch at Mimi. How dare you bring these people
fucking
in?
lay into her for this. Yeah.
Yeah, she does. But those people, for some reason, start walking down the forest road.
I don't
away from the
understand.
house. I'm like, the cab is going to come to the house, okay?
I would assume so. Yeah.
You wouldn't go out and meet it. And
Yeah.
so, okay, let's say
I'll pick you up at the edge of the dark woods.
So you think, all right, okay, they're just being stupid, but the way they portray it instantly is the woman of the two is like, oh my god, this was the biggest mistake we ever made. And I'm like, wait, all they know, because they don't know any vampire nonsense, they know is their sexual fun night got busted and they're about to get a cab for home. And yet she's acting like, oh god, did you hear that? Did you hear that?
At most, you would think she would be like, that was a mistake. We shouldn't have done that. Like, you think that would be the thing. It wouldn't be like, Jesus, holy God.
They are acting like a couple in a Hammer film whose carriage broke down and they hear wolves.
Well, because
they're
about to be killed in the woods. So.
Yeah, but they do get killed by Mimi, which also means that whatever Mimi...
What is the timing on this?
Minutes later,
yeah.
I can only imagine that June was like, am I understood? Yes, you're understood. Fine. Door slam, and then Mimi jumping out the window. Let's see if I can go immediately.
Yeah.
Let me see if I can go through the woods and attack that couple. She does. She kills him. And they figure that out when the rest of them, Milo and Juna, figured out when the cab shows up. Like, you call for a cab?
Hey, you call for a cab? I said meet me at the edge of the dark, scary woods. What part of that did you not understand?
And also, it's implied that not only is Milo aware that Mimi she's a bad girl, Milo's out there burying her victims for her. Like, this is between you and me. I get it. You're different. You're not your sister.
I love
that. Don't tell her I'm helping you bury these bodies.
I love that he's like, yeah, I'll do you a solid and bury these bodies.
I'll do you a solid. Just don't attack any more humans, okay? Just
stop. It's an interesting thing that, once again, the movie is so vague about his vampire world that this idea that Mimi's the unstable one. And I'm like, well, compared to Juna, does that mean... we're then to, I guess, just take it on her word that most vampires are like Juna and Mimi really is the anomaly? I don't know.
Well, what we'll find out is essentially Mimi is kind of sort of in the right that even the most staid and respectful vampire person is constantly fighting the desire to kill humans.
Right.
Because Mimi will also tempt Xenia and win with a virgin.
Get ready,
played by Elvis's granddaughter.
Which I gotta say, ended up being like the biggest name in the movie, though no one would have known her at the time.
Right, exactly. Riley Keough,
who's great, who's legitimately a very good actor. Not that
has grown into being a very good actor. Started a little shaky, but definitely got there.
And I think we actually are doing a werewolf movie with her down the road at some point.
Oh, really? She did a werewolf movie?
She and Juno Temple are in a sexy lesbian werewolf movie. So,
well, I'm all for all of those elements. So great. And find, but I've not heard of it. So okay,
it's another one of these indie movies, though. I think it's better respected than this because I have heard of it. Like playing festivals and stuff. Anywho. So yeah, they're dead. Meanwhile, when Juna confronts Mimi grabs her by the throat and puts her up on the wall. Like, don't fuck with me, lady.
Don't fuck with me. I'm your younger sister, and I can kick your ass any day of the week.
Yeah, but I'm like, what am I supposed to take from that? Is Mimi more powerful? Is that what that's meant to read as?
Or Juna's just a real pushover.
I guess
Juna literally pees herself while she's pinned to the wall.
But is that the idea that's like, I eat humans, so I don't fuck around?
I guess so.
Yeah, weird.
I eat humans. I'm a badass, but I still can't tell what time it is.
Oh, yeah, that goes real bad for her later. Well, we'll talk about that. Whole scene is insane for a lot of reasons. But So, meanwhile, Michael Rappaport's in town because he's like, hey, I haven't heard from my old buddy Milo Ventimiglia.
I'm worried about how that script's coming.
I just flew in from Brooklyn, baby.
I love
Go
Michael
Knicks.
Rappaport. Always love the guy.
He is a guy whose presence is always welcome in any movie.
Yes, but he can only do Michael Rappaport.
Oh yeah,
that's the thing.
I mean, like a lot of
You'll
character
never see him
actors.
in a period piece. You'll never see him like young Mr. Franklin playing Ben Franklin. He's like going, hey, here's the thing. I've been thinking about like putting a key on a kite.
I gotta say though, now I kind of do
right?
want to see that movie. That movie sounds pretty fun.
Key on a kite.
Yeah, key on a kite. Can you believe it? That's crazy.
Like, what if like lightning or some shit hit it?
He is
Damn.
one of those. He's one of those character actors, though, where yes, he has a very specific persona, and then he can dial it up, down, be serious, be good,
that's pretty
be
much
evil,
it. He
be
can
funny,
do
or
different levels of it.
Yeah,
he can be deadly serious in
Yeah.
a deadly serious film.
Yeah.
This one is not he is actually supposed to be. I think.
Hey.
We need some life injected.
Well,
into
I
a
will
tiny
say,
little
when he
scene.
shows up, I'm like, oh, good. You know, like at least that's something. And yeah, so he goes to the bar where they had met earlier because they can only afford one bar in this whole movie.
Yeah.
And of course, I don't quite know how this bartender's like, oh yeah, I know him. He shacked up with a girl at this address. What? Okay. And he's like, hey, cool. Great. Thanks.
Yeah. Thanks, attractive bartender lady.
Yeah, he does go like, so what do you do? Like, it's like, okay, I do like that once again. He's trying to pick her up. We are introduced to him
It's like,
driving.
hey, you an actress?
Yeah,
You oughta
that's
be.
it.
That's
yeah,
his running
yeah.
thing.
What are you,
You
an
oughta
actress?
be.
Because he also asks Juna that too, doesn't he? He goes, you act, right?
That's his bit.
Because he's an agent. But of course, you also know he's a Hollywood piece of shit because he's introduced, aside from the phone call, driving and snorting cocaine.
Yes. Yes. And that is Michael Rappaport's entire character arc.
Yeah.
Or the note he made,
Yeah.
because in every scene he will subsequently have as the character, he sniffs constantly.
Hey. Yeah. It's like this guy
dinner
does.
was great.
Yeah.
This is a beautiful house. Say.
The only thing I got from this script is this guy does cocaine. Get it?
That's all he got.
Okay. Oh yeah, I was just like, what has he been up to recently? He was great in the on Fallout, or he was the knight that like gave up initially.
Yeah, that's true.
And he was really funny there. And right, he was on Only Murders. Yeah, he's still out there because you know what? He's really good.
Well, the thing is also he's never been an LA guy.
Yeah.
So anything that shoots in or around New York, he will be in.
And
He'll just be in anything.
Because of who he is, he immediately lends an authenticity to a New York story, right? Like you're like, oh, that's the most New York guy I've ever seen in my life.
It is absolutely. He lives and breathes. New York. Yeah.
I mean, that is like I said. I mean, it is the thing, obviously, about he's in a lot of the Spike Lee stuff because, of course, somebody's got to be the racist cop.
Yeah.
Or Superboy in Copland, which is a movie you should watch instead of this. Because anything is better than this.
I haven't watched Copland in a million
Copland
years.
is so fucking good. Mangold, that dude was always great.
Yeah.
Right out the gate. All right. So he goes there. They make him dinner. Milo Ventimiglia, though, is like, oh, even this is my friend. I'm like looking at the pulse in his neck because blood.
Yeah. He's tempted.
Yeah. But he loves it. These new pages. I can't get over them. They're so good.
So basically, here's the deal. The agent is now at peace that he found his client. The client's been working.
Yeah. Oh,
That's
yeah.
good.
Oh, yeah.
But he's so drunk off wine and coked up. He's like, hey, can I crash here for the night?
Yeah.
And they're both vampires, like, probably not such a great idea. And Milo's like, yeah, our schedules are kind of like, I work all night. No, I'll be off in the thing. You don't even know I'm here.
Hey, buddy,
I get up early, I drive out of town.
I can't get another Dewey. I just can't.
Yeah, he's like, oh, I'm, I can't get another one of those. So,
3 strikes on my license. They're going to take it. I just can't. Yeah.
So they go, sure.
Yeah.
And he goes to sleep after rereading the amazing 10 pages he
I
got.
love that he reads it again. It's like, like as if you didn't get it from the previous.
Great.
As if you didn't get it from the previous scene. Ventimiglia has crushed this, man.
However, I gotta say, he'll never get the chance to tell anybody about those awesome pages.
No, because even though it seems like he's on death's door anyway from all the booze and cocaine, you would think the vampires would leave him alone because of how tainted his blood is, but
no, that's not what happens.
No. We don't really we hear like of course he's got to do another bump. He's in the bedroom going, "Oh yeah, that's the stuff." And he's like,
and there's a quick what seems like nightmare or dream sequence of him with a bloody throat looking at the camera saying oh no, don't get away from me.
Shit.
Get away from me.
Yeah, it's a fucking vampire.
We don't know who's killing him.
Right.
Of course, they mean for us to assume that it's bad old Mimi.
Yeah. Oh,
but I was ahead of the script.
Mimi's unhinged. Well, because who's having that dream is Juna, who goes downstairs, and she doesn't find Maya Rappaport's body. Instead, she finds his wallet, and then stuffed under the bed, a bloody button-up shirt.
Yep.
And you're like, oh no. And I'm particularly going, I mean, I knew he was going to die, but also I'm particularly going, oh no, the only person with life is out of this movie.
Yep.
Bye, everybody. What a great time I had working that day and a half on Kiss.
You know what? They had they had some pastrami and roast beef, some deli sandwiches. They were good. They got them from the place I told them about.
Yeah, it was real good. I gave him Spike's guy's number.
Yeah. Just tell him it was Mikey Rappaport. It was good stuff.
Tell him Mikey Rappaport sent you. I guarantee you he has said multiple times, tell him Mikey Rappaport sent you.
He seems like the guy that would.
He seems like a guy who's like, I'll tell you what you're going to do. You're going to go down 2 blocks in Brooklyn. It's a great deli.
I know that you already got your craft service guys. They're fine. But listen, you need me for an afternoon, you're going to have to get it from Rocco's over on the East 83rd.
And tell him Mikey Rappaport sent you.
It was Mikey Rappaport. And ask him to load up a few of those Mikey Rappaports because they're all named after.
Can I say
nope.
I do love that just listed on his IMDb under trademarks, thick old school New York City accent. What?
Yeah,
I've never noticed this.
Well, maybe in some of his films, but I only watch the ones in which he doesn't have
in which he's like, hello, I am Michael Rappaport.
I wonder if he could. Jeez, I wonder if he ever could.
Maybe he could take the edge off a little bit. We've seen people like that, but probably he's always going to be. He's never going to be like, yeah, I grew up in Ohio.
Yeah,
it just ain't going to happen. Luckily, there's a lot of call for loud New Yorker types in movies, though.
Yeah, he's perfect.
Yeah, no, that guy's in no danger of losing work.
I would like for him to be in the new Superman as a Metropolis cop.
Hey, what's this guy flying around about? It's crazy.
What is he wearing? His underwear on the outside? That's nuts. Yeah. I do that in my neighborhood. I get kicked out.
You know, James Gunn, I enjoyed the movie, but I thought it was really weird how you just kept cutting back to reactions of Michael Rappaport in a police uniform going, oh, man, what's this now? Giant robot. This is crazy. I can't believe this. Anyway.
Jesus.
This is how much we don't want to talk about the movie.
We're very near the end because there is nothing in this movie.
Because she's like, Juna calls Xenia and is like, I'll tell you, I think Mimi is killing people. I found her in the house. And she's like, well, yeah, but you don't know that, so I can't really do anything because you got no real proof.
Yeah, again, that seems to put Xenia in the I am the local leader of vampires.
And so they're like, yeah, I guess you're right. Anyway, you'll be at my play tonight, right? I'm like, oh my God.
Yeah.
And then we got to see a piece of this obviously interminable play, I'm sure. It was impossible.
No one would ever could stand it. But of course afterwards, oh my God, it was amazing.
Yeah.
And Milo's like, you are so good. And she's like, oh, thank you. Oh, I love all this.
More.
As Xenia is leaving the theater, there is a very rabid blonde fan girl going, Xenia, could you sign this? And she's totally ignored.
Another cutie in this movie, though, of course.
Mm-hmm. Oh, this movie is full of beautiful women.
Oh,
no doubt.
Well, that's part of the European Gothic aesthetic, right?
Yes.
They're all
and
these
Mimi
sort of delicate
is also
featured
in the
women.
crowd. Mimi listens to the youngster and is like, oh, you want to get her signature? Is like, I'm just such a huge fan. She goes, I know Xenia.
Yeah.
I could actually introduce you to her. Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
Oh my God. And then she goes, and how old are you? She goes, 17. And Mimi's like, oh, okay.
Probably a virgin then.
Yeah,
Although
probably a virgin.
Probably not with those looks, but that's okay.
Also, I got to say, she doesn't seem 17. She's playing 17, but it's a woman in her 20s. But that's okay. That's, part of the course for movies.
Riley Keough had done more than I thought at this point. Or the same year. This was a big year for her. Well, this movie wasn't, but she's also in Magic Mike, and that's the first time I remember noticing
there you
her.
Go.
And she had been in The Runaways as well.
Yes, I watched that.
Yeah, so she'd done a couple things, but she's still a couple years out from Mad Max Fury Road.
Right.
Which people love to bring up that she married the Doof Warrior.
She did marry the Doof Warrior?
She did.
That's good.
Yeah.
I think the Elvis bloodline continues to marry very interestingly.
Well, that guy doesn't really look like that.
No, I know. I
Yeah.
just yeah. The whole thing with she's the child of Lisa Marie and
Yep.
that what was the Scientologist guy?
Oh yeah. Well, Lisa. I mean, just go through Lisa Marie's dating history. You
Oh,
boy, oh boy, oh boy.
okay. Well, moving on.
Anyway, also watch Under the Bridge on Hulu instead of this. Riley Keough is amazing and it's really good.
And it's got a great theme song by the Red Hot Chili Peppers. Under
Uh,
the bridge downtown,
no,
is
no,
where I
no.
do
It's
some blind.
no, it's a different one that uses that. It's the Nirvana Underneath the Bridge.
Oh,
That's actually
okay.
what
Actually,
they use.
I didn't know that it had an actual pop song theme song.
Well,
I
yeah, they
just
use
make
that.
a joke.
That's a big. Yeah, it's really good.
Okay,
It's a good show.
I'll check it out.
Yep. Once again, almost anything is better than this.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah. So, but before she takes this girl over to Xenia's, which I did think it seemed like she was going to immediately take her, but then there's like several more scenes. So I guess it's like in 2 days I'll bring you over to Xenia's.
Yeah, something like that.
But first, she's got to seduce Milo Ventimiglia in the steamiest shower known to man.
Yeah, because I think it is not real. I think this is a mental.
Right. Yes.
Thing.
But it is. Yeah. He's in. Yeah. And the movie's kind of vague about that. You kind of have to put that together. But then you are like, oh, that would make sense.
Mm-hmm.
Because once again, I feel like having seen him in other stuff, he had to be directed to do this. He basically has no reaction to this. He's pretty.
He just turns around. She's there, naked in the shower, and then.
And he doesn't
even have sex.
He doesn't even have like a "what are you doing here?" It's more just like, "Oh, okay, yeah."
He rolls with it.
Yeah, I guess it's the idea. It's meant to be like a sex dream, but implanted.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, sure. I don't.
It's still something he should feel guilty about. Later.
That's what the movie tells me. I don't really believe that personally, but
well, you've never had mental sex with a vampire. That's
you know
what?
what?
I'm saying.
You know what? I'm sad to say that is true. I have never had that. Yeah, never
I'm just
have
glad
I ever.
you're willing to admit it.
Yeah, I know. I just, I'm a late bloomer when it comes to that kind of stuff. I'll just say, to supernatural sex. Yeah, I just never. So anyway, they they have mind sex. Far from the first, and I'm sure not the last time we'll talk about mind sex on this show. But
probably not. We've
like,
probably talked about it before.
Oh, we definitely had. Well, Dracula's had a lot of mind sex, I feel like. But his reaction of just like, hey, babe, let's go to Italy, like right now. Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
That's good. That doesn't make you seem guilty. And she's like, what are you talking about? He goes like, I just think it'd just be great if we just took off to Italy.
Yeah, he does kind of like go, we got to pack up and move.
Also, if
your
anyone
killing people,
if
and
anyone,
I'm having mind sex with her.
If anyone comes looking for Rappaport, that's the easiest fucking murder to solve, because they'll be like, oh, he went there to look for Ventimiglia, went to that bar. That woman will remember that she told him that place.
Yep.
Like, in 2 seconds, they're going to put together Rappaport's murder. Like,
there's nothing clever about this.
No. So maybe you should go to Italy, because I think the heat might be on.
Yeah.
Yeah. But no, it's going to... And so she's like, okay, well, maybe we could do that. I don't know. I mean, once again, everyone in this movie is just like, oh, yeah.
There's a listlessness, which, again, is supposed to be that kind of...
Because we're in the third act
languid
now.
European nonsense, but there's...
Like, even what I just did, Ventimiglia's in that desk, she's more just like, hey, we should go to like Italy. And she's like, oh, that could be interesting. It's Jesus, this movie.
She's like, yeah, Xenia said it's really nice out there.
People are dead. We're in the third act of this movie, and everybody's still just like, oh, that could be interesting to do.
Yeah, that'd be nice.
So, yeah, Mimi brings Riley Keough over to... by the way, she's a fan who's named Anne.
Yep.
Okay. I mean, the fan Anne, pretty fucking close.
Yep.
Yeah, we didn't jump too far there. And I guess she's American, so she doesn't have a weird European name like everyone else.
Right, thank God.
Yeah, and so, yeah, she comes in, and she's very much like, oh, my God, you're my hero. I love all your stuff. Once again,
she's like, oh, that's very nice to meet you. And then she says, can I talk to you for a second, Mimi? And she's like, how dare you bring me a virgin?
Yeah.
And it's like, I won't do anything about it. And then
I smelled that shit on her the second she walked in, man. I know a virgin when I smell one.
But she still has.
Well, because the turning point is they give her wine and she cuts her lip on the glass.
Yeah.
Which I'm like, well, that's
she
kind of
cannot resist.
Yeah, and then she's like,
yep. So dead.
Full on Hannibal Lecter.
Anne's dead.
Yeah, and I'm like, oh, another good actor is out of this movie. Okay, well, fine. You know, and then yeah, basically Mimi's just like, look what you did, and you're on my ass.
And essentially, this is also Mimi. We never get an idea of what
what does Mimi
the point
want?
Is. Like, what does she want other than to stir up shit? Which is basically all she's.
She does kind of just come off as a piece of shit. Like she's just an asshole.
But here she does indicate like, I've got something on you now. Like this could be blackmail.
Yeah.
But we are like, what?
Is she just gonna back pocket this like down the line if I need?
Yeah, in case I ever get busted again for killing people. I know that you did.
Yeah. Great. Okay. I don't know. Also, I feel like any vampire might have understood this slip. I don't know.
Yeah.
Guys, if you haven't figured this out, listeners, this is not a good script.
This is a terrible script.
Yeah, it's really
and there's no story.
No.
So if you put bad dialogue on top of lack of story, you get this.
Like this thing, it almost feels like, well, that's the beginning of a story, but the movie's almost over.
Yeah.
So yeah. Anyway. She's like, yeah, I'll get a plane for your sister and her boyfriend to go to Italy.
Yep.
But he's like, before we go to Italy, I got to tell you something, Juna. And we don't see him tell her, cuts away to something else. And then when it cuts back, she's crying. And then she's like, I need to tell you something. I killed your agent.
Yeah, that's supposed to be a shocking reveal. She's like, I need to tell you and it's like, well, the agent that died, that wasn't Mimi, that was me.
Yeah.
And then his reaction is like, oh, really?
No.
Oh, well, I know you didn't mean to. Okay, moving on.
And then she's like, I know you didn't mean to have mind sex with my sister. Anyway, let's go to Italy. I'm like, oh, great. There was almost conflict in this movie. And then the movie was like, nah.
Yep. And while they're having this discussion, Mimi is driving towards them.
Yeah.
Just like she's like triumphant and also like wired. Yeah,
yeah.
She's in the car. She's like going, "Oh yeah, man! I totally got one over on Xenia. I can't wait to tell my sister."
Oh shit! Deer in the road.
Yep.
And
she
then
veers out of the way of a deer.
Yeah.
And crashes.
Car flips upside down. She's unconscious, which once again I have a lot of questions about in vampire lore.
Sure, and it's also pretty much dawn. So sun starts coming up, and I guess it's implied that she crawled her way with the rising sun towards the mansion.
Right.
So she's been burning a little bit all the way.
Because that's the thing about she's unconscious to not notice that the sun is coming up until it's like on her.
Sure.
Which is weird. And also she doesn't appear to be healing, which they mention the vampires heal from wounds. And I think we've talked before about a vampire being unconscious is just weird in concept.
Yeah. And so just she
starts burning up
along,
though. Yeah.
And burning.
We're not dealing with a lot of movies we've done with like exploding vampires. This is literally just like burns on her skin.
Yeah, this is like they look sort of like radiation burns.
Yeah.
And there's not really fire except for here and there briefly.
Yeah.
And she gets to, I guess, the edge of the sort of mansion.
Yeah.
And guess what? There's Irina. That's right. The maid.
Yeah, she's driving in she doesn't live there, I guess.
No.
She's driving in for her shift.
So Mimi's like, oh, you're the maid, right?
Yeah.
I love the fact that you've got this horribly burned woman laying on the ground looking up and going, oh, you're the maid, right?
And she's like,
can you help me out?
Yeah, thank God, just throw me. And then this woman coldly busts out a cigarette and just watches this bitch burn, man.
Yeah. And that's basically it for Mimi.
Bags her up in some plastic trash bags?
Yeah. The thing is that as Milo and Juna are leaving for Rome, when their bags are back, they're like, oh, hey, Irina, thanks for being so awesome and taking care of us. It's so sweet. And just behind them, you see the plastic bags that we know is Mimi.
Oh yeah, I just need to put out the trash.
Yeah, and she's like, you guys have a wonderful journey. I would do anything for you, and da da da. I was like, well, you took really good care of us. And on cue, the bag slumps over, and we can tell that it's heavy from having a body in it.
Mm-hmm. And you're like,
and then our happy couple
shit.
leaves. They're okay. They're gonna have a wonderful life.
And the movie's just over then.
Yep, the movie is just over.
And you're like, oh, great, nothing happened. I mean, truly.
Yeah, nothing did.
I gotta say, really, like, the Twilight movies are more blisteringly paced than this thing. And that's a lot to say. I know, that's rough to say. I don't want to say that, but it's true.
This thing has no life.
No.
And that's bad.
I'm gonna see. I didn't want to see. I gotta see. Is there anyone who like really defends this movie on IMDb?
Oh, weirdly on Letterboxd, almost all the reviews are like 3 stars at least.
Yeah.
And I'm in there with the 1.5. I was happy to
Holy
find
shit!
people
Somebody
with like.
There's a review here that calls it a modern day classic.
Yeah, I don't know what the fuck these are. They just blinded by the Cassavetes name?
There are very few vampire films I have not seen. I stumbled across this on Amazon, like we all did, and the title made me think. Well, I would say the title and poster would make you think it's an older movie. Yeah, sure.
Yes.
I expected to be just another low-budget vampire flick, but was deeply impressed. The story had me hooked from the beginning. Story? The actors were good and had me transfixed also. What are you talking about? The settings, the music, the dialogue, everything was ticking the right boxes for me in this film. The vampires were attractive and there was plenty of nudity. There really actually isn't. There's a lot of sex, but there's, like you said, you can sort of feel where they were like, okay, this much nudity is fine here, but
there
not
are
there.
2 scenes and where that's the focal point. And one is, as we said, the French actress who plays Juna is like, I'll give you this much. And it is meant to be sexy, but it's really not that much nudity.
No.
And then the other one is the shower scene. And I will say Roxanne Mesquita is naked, but at the same time, there's nothing sexy about it.
But even
they have sex in the fog, in the steam.
Yeah, and that's what I mean. I guess it's not presented in a way that feels like, I don't know. Yeah, I just couldn't help but notice how well this film was made. What?
Jesus God.
And wow. I also watched another film recently, Only Lovers Left Alive, but Kiss of the Damned is much better. What do you? I literally just said the opposite at the beginning of the show. Anyway, this is not one to be missed if you're a vampire fan. Hard disagree. I think we're both like, please absolutely avoid this movie.
Even let's say you don't care about vampires, you like sexy naked ladies. This won't work for you either.
No,
this doesn't give you what you want.
Like you talk about, I mean, you use sort of as an example, like the Solomon Kane Skinamax stuff, but it doesn't really. It's not that even. That just kind of. It's not. Yeah, it's not.
I thought you said Solomon Kane. I was like, as far as I know, that great pulp character.
Zalman King. Yeah.
Zalman King. Yeah. Yeah, even that stuff, but that is only trying to build a vibe of erotica and sensuality.
Right.
And this one is trying to create mystery and desire and
There's also a
vampirism. And it's just not selling any of it because it is
fails on every single level.
It is a lead balloon, this movie, so ain't nothing to see here. Don't watch it.
Yeah, stinks. All right, moving on.
Stinks. Thank you very much, Jay.
It stinks.
It stinks.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Just go watch all the Critic instead of this too.
Yeah,
because Critic is great. Okay. Next week on the show, a movie I know we don't agree on, but it's certainly more fun than this, and that is Tim Burton's Dark Shadows.
Okie doke.
Yeah. It's about to get a little Depp up in here.
I remember liking things about it.
Once again, my defense of it, I'm not like, what an unsung classic, but I think I like a lot of it. And
it's hard for me to not like a Tim Burton movie where I can actually feel Tim Burton in it.
And it definitely is that. It's not
it's
not an anonymous Burton picture. It's not one of those for sure.
Right.
And Depp is more than game.
Yes.
So we'll talk about that next week. And like I said, big things will be a big favor will be that it's coming after this movie too, because it's lively.
Yeah. That again, it has a pulse.
Yeah. which is interesting for a movie about the undead. But all right,
Indeed.
yeah, the movie shouldn't be dead though. That's my review of this.
There you go.
All right, there you go. Well, that is going to do it for this week's episode of Campbell and Jones Meet the Monsters. I'm John Campbell.
I'm Brendan Jones.
And remember, there are such things as monsters.
And naked French ladies.